and welcome to ESBR's News. I'm Kaelin Kennedy.
I'm Cadance Taylor.
And I'm Gary Blodgett. And today we are very, very proud and excited to have with us Bruce Stryhas, who has just been selected to the Vermont Athletics Hall of Fame, which is such an honor. Very few people in the state get this award every year. And I don't believe that we have had the honor of having somebody from Ludlow receive this award before. And so Bruce has received this recognition, and we're so proud to have him with us. Welcome, Bruce.
Thank you.
So, Bruce, why don't you tell us a little bit about your background here at Black River High School and basketball to get us started?
Well, I was born and raised in Ludlow, so everything started here, and it was a tremendous community. Just so much support from everybody in the community. It was like one big family, and I was very fortunate to grow up and go through school at that time, and especially basketball was. It was what everybody did in the state. It was, cold winter, and there wasn't a lot of other things going on, and so it was tremendously supported, not just in Ludlow but throughout the state of Vermont. So it was just a good time to be involved in sports at that time.
So, if you don't mind me asking, when did you graduate from Black River?
I graduated in 1962.
1962.
Yep. Yes. Yep.
And so basketball then was different than it was now, as far as now they have, I believe, 4 divisions, large school, medium schools, small schools, and things like that.
Yeah. Obviously, like everything else, things change, and the divisions are different now. And they're larger schools. We were a medium school, so. The competition was good, and we played. We often in various sports we played the larger schools, so on our schedule. So it was a good environment.
Yeah. So I would like to ask a question, if that's okay.
Sure.
So how many so I heard that you can get like career points, and did you get career points in high school?
They did keep track of that, and the total career points was over 1,000.
Oh my gosh!
So, I didn't know that for a long time. It wasn't something we paid much attention to when we were going through school. It was just something that came up later that it was recognized. So it was kind of a nice acknowledgement,
Yeah, actually, we saw that, didn't we? In the armory, in the gym there, that your name is up there
Right.
as 1,000 point,
Yeah.
with very few other people up there with that.
Yeah, it was a goal that was not achieved too often anyway, but it was a nice recognition.
I don't believe there was 3-point shots at that time either, was there, Bruce?
No, there wasn't the 3-point shot. The game has changed, and
Oh my gosh!
it's like everything else. Things change, but it was fun, really fun, very rewarding.
What about that team? What about your team?
Well, they're all the teams. I mean, I was just blessed at a time to go through school here and go through the athletics during those years, and just had some tremendous teammates. I mean, just couldn't have been better, and very competitive. I mean, they were, but great guys.
Competitive within the team itself,
Well,
and then against the other teams too.
Well, I'm going to be careful about that. We weren't competitive between ourselves.
Oh, okay.
When we were practicing, growing up out in the ball fields or in the gyms or whatever, yeah, we competed against each other, But I mean, when we were on the team. There was no competition between us. The competition was directed at our opponents, and we
Do
just
you remember any of the names, their old Ludlow names?
of the team. Oh gosh, yeah, Dougie Harmon, Jerry Toomey, Ray Labuda, Earl Washburn, Stan Searles, Kenny Laundrie. I mean, I hate to leave any of them out because they were all such just were great guys. And one of the things that I'm extremely proud of is I never, and I don't believe any of those guys, but myself personally, I never experienced a bad relationship or any animosity with any of those guys my entire life, on and off the field. They were just super people.
Jimmy?
Yes. So, what was it like going to school at Black River High School?
Exciting, like it is with you in your time. I mean, it was again. I was just blessed at the time that all the kids in the school were just good kids. I mean, we didn't have some of the problems that seem to be plaguing the younger people in schools and so forth that might be the case now. But I mean, there were challenges, but we had a variety of people. I mean, students. I mean, we had doctors and lawyers for parents of some of these people, and we had tradespeople, we had farmers, we had hunters, we had we had a real good mix of people in the school, both as students and faculty.
Yeah. Her father is a plumber.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, right?
Are you headed that direction?
No, I want to be a vet.
Veterinarian. She'd like to be a veterinarian.
Oh, is that right? Super. Yeah. Have you grown up around like on a farm or anything, or no?
No.
What's your contact with that? That makes me curious how you.
Yeah, we have a lot of animals at my house.
Oh, great. That's great.
What about how did the Black River High School do in tournaments?
We did extremely well. We were called Marble Valley League, and we won that all 4 years that we were.
All 4 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
And again, I'm thinking back when I was a freshman, and guys like Dougie Harmon and Jerry Toomey, Bill Rice, those guys were seniors, and powerhouse for teams with those guys. I mean, they were always big, because we grew up in town. All of us grew up the same thing, and we started playing basketball together, midget basketball, and Reynold Palazone, Frank Yankowski, Frank Lombard, all these guys, Tony Prino Sr. These were guys in the community that just took hold and had things for us, kept us off the street, kept us in the gyms, on the ball fields, in tremendous support. And I was only like 4th or 5th grade when we started that. And Dougie Harmon and these guys that I'm talking about were 3 years older. And they were bigger and stronger, so you learn to be quick and fast to survive, because we were competitive. We were competitive, but great guys, and all the way through like that. There was that type of person.
Did you go far in the state championships?
We made it to the state championships 3 times, and never won it. No, we left that to Earl Washburn as the coach at the school, and he brought the state championship home to Black River in 1987.
We may have to interview him sometime.
Oh yeah, he's got all the history.
He's got all the history.
He's got all the history. He's been involved in everything in Ludlow.
Yes, he has. Very, very much a part of this community.
Yep.
Your 4th year, you graduated. Then, what happened after that, as far as your career was concerned in basketball and so forth?
In basketball, I went on to college, and I was fortunate enough to have a number of basketball scholarships, full boats they called them back then, and one was to the University of Connecticut, and that I started that next fall at the University of Connecticut, and soon transferred to St. Michael's College, where I also was fortunate enough to have a basketball scholarship, and completed 4 years at St. Michael's College, and graduated in '67 from St. Michael's. We went on from there. That's basically when my competitive formal days of playing basketball really came. That ended with my career at St. Michael's College in '67. I went on to in a master's program at Notre Dame, but not on sports. That was just to continue my education to get a little bit of dance.
I didn't know that you went for your master's at Notre Dame. That must have been a...
Oh, yeah. Again, I'm just so fortunate in the way things have gone with that. It's a great school.
Yeah.
A great school.
I bet you threw the ball up every once in a while, even though it was a master's program.
I stayed active playing basketball, but it wasn't on a... I worked out with I think it was called the way they phrased it back then was the Chicago Bulls farm team. When I was at Notre Dame, Chicago's only up the road a little bit, and I met some guys when I was at school playing ball at Notre Dame, just general pickup stuff, and they said, you ought to take a look at, see what's going on up in Chicago, and so I went up and played, fooled around with them, but it was good experience.
Yeah, that's amazing. First of all, to have full boats, as he said, full boat scholarship is amazing.
Yeah.
And to now, I don't know if anybody is aware of this, but the team that won the NCAA championship this last weekend was the University of Connecticut.
Yeah.
That was the national champion this year.
Yeah.
They gave this man a scholarship to go there.
Yeah, that was many years before, but still.
They were still a formidable program.
Oh, yeah, they
and
had
so
a good
you
program.
found probably too that you get to see how you fit in and whether or not it's right for you, and you made that decision, which a lot of people don't realize, that when you go to college, a majority of people actually do change colleges, never mind change majors.
Yeah.
And you made that change, which is a great thing. Was that a good move for you to go from UConn to St. Michael's?
It was the right move for me. I'm very grateful for what St. Michael's College, the type of school that it is. It's academically top rate, and I experienced a good athletic career there, and so I speak very highly of St. Michael's College. I mean, I just and UConn. I mean, University of Connecticut, great schools. So I've just been very, very fortunate.
Either of you have a follow-up or question? Yeah?
How did it feel being Black River's first player to score over 1,000 career points?
Yeah, that's a hard one to answer. I don't, I mean, it's a tremendous honor. I mean, there's no question. I'm really honored by it. But I think back about the guys that I played ball with, and the guys that played before me. And think about how good they are and were. There can't be much separating it. For them to also have this recognition. Yeah. I mean, they're just, I had my brother John Barnard was a tremendous basketball player. He was 9 years older than me. Dick Jocelyn, like I say, Ray LaBuda, Jerry Toomey, Doug Harmon, the guys that I actually played with. Just, to say nothing about those guys that were before me that were just tremendous ball players. Love those. Black Rivers had a wealth of really, really talented athletes.
A lot of families, familiar names too. Bruce.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of those names are familiar to most people in Ludlow if they're watching today.
And they all have, a lot of them stayed in Ludlow and have contributed tremendously to the community. Yep.
Yeah.
You know, the Pat Pullman.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, Chucky Bostock.
Pete Jocelyn.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Teddy Stryhas.
The Jocelyn boys.
Yeah.
Tough guys. Tough competitors. You talking about guys? They're in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and they also say there's no I in team, right?
No.
And you had to get that. Somebody had to give you the ball.
Yep. I mean, there's
Get
no
the
question.
rebounds.
It's not a one person thing.
Yeah.
It's definitely not, and I can't emphasize that enough.
And that carries over into life.
Absolutely. Yep. And like I say, I mean, back when I first stated, these are all such good people. I was so fortunate, you know, in my whole life and career in sports, especially, is just to have such really just great human beings. You know, I mean, just couldn't ask for better.
Well, people speak that way about you as well, by the way.
You know, that's
I mean, because I've heard a number of people speak about you, Bruce, as far as your apartments and things like that, and how you help out a number of people. Not that relates to this award here, but just so you know that people speak very highly of you.
I appreciate that. No.
Yeah.
I hope.
So at St. Mike's, how about the games there, as far as tournaments, as far as competition there? That was a raise up from high school.
Yeah. But along those lines, in all my sports career in Ludlow, and I don't, you know, it's hard to speak about baseball and soccer because it's a little hard to capture it, but never did we play a game of basketball, but the gym that we were in was packed. There was no seats available. In
That was
fact,
a great feeling.
a number of times, this gym here was overstacked. You know, I think there's an article or two about the fire marshal or something in those scrapbooks somewhere. But that was just in the same with St. Mike's.
Yeah.
I mean,
Really?
It's I think about the career in basketball, say, and it was like that all the way through high school, college, and it's just been so rewarding. I mean, I'm so appreciative of that.
How did you hear about this award?
Phone call.
Yeah.
Well, let me back that up one step. Earl Washburn, Pat Pullman, Chucky Bostock, Joy Gerdak have done a lot of work behind the scene about getting this recognition. So they need to be acknowledged on my part, at least. And I heard it from one of them with the understanding that it was not to be public. Mm-hmm. Which one of them violated immediately. But anyway, then I got a call from the headmaster, one of the members. So that's how I heard about it.
And that
Totally surprised
That banquet is when?
I think it's May 14th.
Well, that is, you know what, I agree with you that those people it was nice that they wrote up recommendations for you, but they wanted to acknowledge your accomplishments.
Well,
and rightfully so.
Yeah.
Right? Girls, we're very proud of you and what you've accomplished.
But it's those guys and a number of other people that are doing that kind of stuff in this community all the time, serving on boards, light boards, trustees, school boards, you know, whatever, coaches. I mean, Ludlow is so blessed to have a good number of those people like that, and they deserve some recognition.
Well, we want to thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
And that ends our ESBR news for this time. Thank you so much.